All right, good morning. Welcome everybody. My name's Kristen, if I haven't had a chance to meet you in person or practice with you before. And this morning we're gonna be building a little bit of heat, waking up our bodies, getting some energy going, getting all those muscles fired up so that we're feeling nice and lively for the rest of the day and ready to do with it what we choose. So you can start by coming into any seated position that works for you. And we're just gonna bring the hands together and just rub the hands together. Taking a nice deep breath as you settle into your mat to this moment. All right, so recognizing, whatever happened yesterday or past few days, we're in this moment right here, right now, on our mat. Good. And then just bring those hands out to the side, just shake out the wrists a little bit. We'll open and close the hands. And just get some circles of the wrists. We're going to be doing some weight-bearing things on the hands today, so we just want to get those wrists nice and mobile. Go ahead and reverse that. Great. And just lift and lower the shoulders a couple times. Roll them on back. Maybe you need to take a nice exhale sigh through the mouth. Good, and take an inhale, reach those arms all the way up. We'll interlace through the fingers, press those palms up towards the ceiling, lifting the heart space forward. Just lift the chin slightly. We're keeping the roof of the mouth parallel to the floor. One more full deep breath in. And then on the exhale, slowly twisting over to one side. Stay square in the hips. Inhale back through center, lift a little higher. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale to come back. Exhale to bring those fingertips down to the side. Good. And then so from here, we're going to send one leg forward. Doesn't matter which, we'll just bring the foot towards the inner thigh and we'll just get a little bit of length in that hamstring. Inhale to reach those arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, just start to just a little bit. You might even just go half an inch. It might be very small with it being morning. Just hinging forward from the hips a little bit until you feel just that bit of a pull in the back of that extended leg. One more full deep breath in. Exhale, float the fingertips down towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen more. Reach the nose towards the toes. And then on your next exhale, slowly bring the belly towards the thighs. Try not to round too much here, but really thinking of lengthening forehead to the toes. Let's keep this front foot nice and active, so keep flexing through that foot. Good, and then from here we're going to take whichever leg's in front and we're just going to swing that behind so that we're coming into that 90-90 shape here. And then you might choose to be in stillness, or you might rock a little bit forward and back here. Usually it's somewhere in this internally rotated leg, in that hip that we're usually feeling something. Might even choose to walk the hands back a little bit. Unclench your jaw. Step into this moment. Inhale to lift yourself back up. Exhale, we'll swing that leg around, planting both feet down onto the ground. I'll just turn sideways for a moment here. And then we want the fingertips to be pointing forward. Start to inhale to open up across the chest space. Again, try not to compress in the back of the neck, but keep the back of the neck long, gazing forward for now. Option to stay right here, or as you exhale, go ahead and lift up those hips. And then from here, if you want to drop the head back into the shoulder girdle as we're lifting up, you can do that. If the head's dropping back, slowly bring that forward. Exhale, sink the hips back down. Good. And then we're going to do the other side. So we're going to step the other foot on in. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale to hinge forward. Try to keep the ears alongside the biceps. Relax through the neck and shoulders. Stay flexed in that front extended foot. One more deep breath in. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Inhale to lengthen nose towards the toes. And then exhale to soften belly towards the thigh. Not rounding here, but reaching forward. And you can just rest the hands. I like to just bring them to the floor on either side of the leg, so I'm not kind of focusing on holding forward here, but I'm focusing on lengthening my spine and hinging from the hips. The next time you're ready to inhale, come on up, and then exhale to swing that leg back behind you, flexing through both feet. Stay in stillness if that brings the stretch for you right now, or option to bring in that little bit of a shift. You lift that back hip up, and then exhale to sink back down. Inhale to lift up and twist towards that front knee, and exhale, sinking that back hip down. A couple more breaths in stillness or in this little bit of a shift. Nice. Good, and then swing that leg around. We'll bring ourselves into cross-legged, and then we'll just circle the spine a little bit here. Inhaling to come forward, and exhale to come back. So we're really focusing on matching movement with breath. Vinyasa just means matching movement with breath, right? So in Hatha, we get into a pose and we hold that pose for a certain amount of breaths. In Vinyasa, we're matching our movement with breath. So sometimes we do that faster, just one breath for each movement, or we've got the option to slow things down and take 2 or 3 breaths for each movement, depending on the focus and depending on the needs of your body. Let's do 2 more this direction. We inhale to come forward, exhale back. Last one, inhale forward, exhale back, and reverse. Inhale forward, keep relaxing the neck, the shoulders, the jaw, and see how this feels for you, just coming into this movement, sharing in this, right? Listening to someone over the phone, teaching you this way, or on your computer, right? So there's an aspect of connection. And how do you feel in your body? 2 more. Good. And then we'll come back through center. Let's drop that left hand down. Inhale to reach that right arm up, and then exhale to start to crawl those fingertips away from you. Feel that length in that right arm, spiraling right ribs up towards the ceiling. If it's too much for your shoulder at any point, you can always just bring your hand to your hip. Next time you're ready to come up, we inhale, and then exhale over to the other side. Feeling that length in the side body. Inhaling to come all the way up. Great. So let's make our way into a kneeling tabletop, up onto hands and knees. Stack those shoulders over top of the wrists and hips over the knees. Spread the fingertips wide, or you can go up onto your fists with the thumbs pointing forward. Just get a few rounds of cat-cow here. Exhaling to round, and inhale to arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. 3 more. For 2. And then last one. From here, as we inhale, we'll send that right leg straight back. Let's point through those toes. Exhale, round your spine, bring your knee towards your nose. And then inhale just to lengthen your spine. No need to arch here, just reach it back. Exhale to round, knee to nose. And inhaling to lengthen. 3 more. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Inhale to lengthen, hold it here. We're gonna flex the foot as we bring that foot down towards the floor, and then sliding the foot over towards the left. So you're crisscrossing your legs. Start to curve your spine, gazing over your left shoulder towards that right foot. Inhaling to come back through center, we're gonna lift that leg up again. Exhale, step that foot forward in between the hands, and then sinking down into your first Anjaneyasana. You can just start with your hands down on the floor here. If you need a little bit of support, you can always use your blocks or using something to prop yourself up. Just feeling that length in the front of that left hip. Relax the neck and shoulders, lengthen your spine, unclench your jaw, inhale. And exhale completely. We're gonna plant those hands down, curl those back toes under if they're not, and then step back to your first downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Lift the hips up and back to where the ceiling meets the wall behind you. Maybe lift and lower both feet, and just notice if you feel a difference at all from right to left side. Good, we'll exhale to float those knees back down, and then inhaling to just take a moment to stack the shoulders back over the wrists, hips over the knees, and then on your next inhale, point through those left toes, reach it on back. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, puff up the back. 3 more, inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last one, warming up the body here. Send it on back, flex through that left foot, slide the ball of the foot down to the ground, and then on your exhale, slide that foot over towards the right, crisscross the legs. You can gaze over your right shoulder, see if you can see your foot. On your next inhale, we'll send that left leg on back. Exhale, step the foot forward in between the hands. And see how it feels in this side. Sometimes a little micro movement of just a very gentle rock or shift of the weight might feel nice in the morning. Good, curl those back toes under, and then we'll step forward up to the top of the mat. And then take a moment just to hold on to opposite elbows. Rock gently side to side, feeling the weight of the body as you hang forward. If you need some support, you can bend your knees and rest the belly onto the thighs. Sometimes it's nice to let go of the arms and let them kind of swing like little pendulums. We'll come into a bit of a rock here. We'll soften through those knees, get a little engagement into the core, release those hands, and then roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time to slowly come all the way up. Lengthen your spine, turn those palms to face forward. Check out the distance of your feet, so we want about space of a fist between the feet, standing up at the top of the mat. Roll those shoulders down and back, feeling that length in the back of the neck. One more full deep breath here. And then we're going to go through a round of Surya Namaskar A, starting a little gentle this first round. We inhale to rise up and exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale to your first halfway lift. Shift the weight forward to the balls of the feet. You might start with a bend in the knees. Lengthen your spine. Roll those shoulders down and back. Melt the chest towards the floor. Keep rocking forward while keeping your heels down. Out of the screen, there we go. And then on your next exhale, float yourself back down. Plant those hands, step on back. Coming into your first plank. And if you want to right away find that strength, just keep your knees up. Otherwise, go ahead and bring your knees down. Come into a modified plank if you need, so totally fine here. Keep working to lift the front of the throat. One more full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, squeeze the elbows in, knees up or down, lower down all the way down to the belly. Press the tops of the toes down to the mat. Let's hover those hands for this first round, Bhujangasana Cobra. Tuck those elbows in towards the side body, peeling the shoulders up and back. Chin drop slightly. One more inhale. And then on the exhale, float those hands back down, curl the toes, move back through tabletop, and return to your downward facing dog. Bring any movements that feel nice. See how it feels this time. The next time you're ready to inhale, bend the knees, look forward between the hands. Exhale to walk up to the top of the mat. Inhale to rise back up to that halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Hands through heart center. Exhale. Good. Stay where you are. I'm just going to turn this direction. We'll get a little bit more side movement happening here. Inhale to reach all the way up. And then as you exhale, just drop your left hand down. We'll fold over towards the left. Inhale to rise up. And exhale over to the right. One more each direction. Good. Inhaling back through center, and then exhale back into your forward fold, moving through another round of Surya Namaskar 8. Little quicker. Inhale, halfway lift, rock forward. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands. Inhale, back, high plank. Knees up or down. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, roll those shoulders down and back for cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Pause for 2 breaths. One more breath here. We'll inhale to bend the knees, look forward between those hands. Exhale, walk forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Shift to the balls of the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Hands through heart center. Pausing into Tadasana. Good. Moving into our Surya Namaskar B. So we can keep the space between the feet, or you can bring your feet together if you like. Inhale to reach all the way up. Exhale to shift the weight back into the heels. Come into that chair pose. Inhaling, rising up. Maybe lift the gaze this time, hips forward. Exhale, forward fold. Try your halfway lift with a toe lock, holding first and second finger onto your big toes, elbows out. Inhale, straighten those arms, gaze forward, rock forward. Exhale, planting, back down into those feet, lower. Plant those hands, inhale, step or jump back, high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, lifting knees and thighs. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, take a moment. On your next inhale, send your right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands, setting up for Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Press that left foot down. Left foot's on a 45-degree angle. Get light on your fingertips. Rise up. Square off your hips. Imagine you had a belt buckle on. That belt buckle points forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, plant down. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, toenails down. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Look back towards your feet. On your next inhale, send that left leg up. Exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. Virabhadrasana 1, right toes on a 45-degree angle. Lift it on up. Lunge deep into that front left knee. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, step back. Exhale, lower chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees as you inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, rising up. And exhale, back into chair pose one more time. Draw the belly in. Good, we'll inhale to stand all the way up. And then exhale, we'll bring the hands to the hips. Let's take a great big step back with the right foot. I'm actually gonna go from this direction so you can see easier. So step back with your right foot, high crescent lunge. Inhale to reach those arms up, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down. 3 more. Last one, nice and strong. Now stay down there, inhale, reach those arms up, and then exhale, open up to your first Virabhadasana 2. So left heel in line with the arch of the right foot as best you can, lunging deeply. See how wide you can make the stance. So we're trying to, if we can, get the wrists in line with the heels. 2 more breaths. Good. We'll windmill those hands all the way down, frame that front foot, and then from here, sending that left leg all the way back, 3-legged dog. Exhale to bend the knees, you open up your hips. Twist open. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, forward knee to the nose. Inhale back. 2 more of those. Exhale, forward. Inhale back. Last one, exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. Float the back knee down. Inhale, rising all the way up. Point the back toes if you can. And exhale to plant those hands back down. Good. So let's come into a little bit of side plank variation. So you're gonna turn to your right. I'm bringing my right foot behind me and then straightening out the left leg. Inhale, reach those arms. Exhale, we'll reach towards the long edge of the mat, or top of the mat rather, reaching that left arm up. Press down into that left foot. This is option 1. Maybe you add the lift of that left leg. Stacking those hands as best you can. Good. Slowly coming all the way up. Nice. And then we'll just come into downward facing dog. So face the top of your mat, down dog. Bend the knees as you inhale. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up to stand. Hands through heart center. And then bring your hands to your hips. And then take a great big step back with your left foot, high crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, dip down. Inhale to press. Exhale to lower. 3 more. Last one. Stay down here, lengthen that back knee, reach those arms. And then exhale, open up for Virabhadasana 2. Toe heel that right foot over, right heel in line with arch of the left foot. Lunge deep. Relax those shoulders, right knees tracking right over those right toes. And then on your next exhale, windmill those hands down, frame that front foot. We're gonna send that right leg all the way back. And then bending into that right knee, twist open your hips. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, forward, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, forward. 1 more, inhale back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to reach it back. And then exhale, step your foot forward. If it doesn't make it there, reach back with your hand, move it forward. Float that left knee down, rise up. One more breath here in our full Anjaneyasana. And then we'll float those hands down, turn to the left. We bring that left foot behind, straighten out that right leg. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, we reach towards the back of the mat, Plant that hand down, reach that right arm up, and maybe lift that right leg. One more breath. Good. And then face back towards the top of your mat, return back to your down dog. Inhale forward to your high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. All the way down. Pressing down to the tops of the feet, coming up to tented fingers off of your mat. Lift those elbows up. And then inhale to peel yourself up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, peeling up. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale up. Exhale to come down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press the feet down. Inhale, lifting up. Upward facing dog. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees as you inhale. Look forward between the hands. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And hands to heart center. Good. We're going to go back to Surya Namaskar A, and we're going to start to add things on. You can grab a sip of water if you need one. Take a rest anytime you need. Otherwise, we're just in Tadasana at the top of the mat. Good. Next, inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. So now if you can, if you're at the place that the hamstrings are more open, remember heels are staying down. We are rocking forward, but instead of bringing your fingertips forward, I'm going to invite you to keep your fingertips in line with your pinky toes. So they're just to the sides of your feet as you come into your halfway lift here. So that we can start to get into a place of from going hands down right into this halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold, plant those hands, step or jump back, high plank, inhale. From here, keep your hands where they are, just twist your heels to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop your heels to the left. Inhale, center, knees up or down, exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, shifting back, return back to your plank. We're coming into side plank now, so bring that right hand underneath the face, twisting open. You can go back to the kneeling version if that's better for you. 2 more breaths. Plant it down right into the other side, left hand under the face. Roll to the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Maybe gazing up. And bring it back. Return back to your downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward between those hands. Step or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up. Hands through heart center. Good. Hands back to the hips. Take a giant step back with your right foot. High crescent lunge. And then returning back to your warrior 1 feet. So stepping that right heel down. Turn your toe out on a 45. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, bow forward. You can interlace your hands to your back. Interlace your hands behind your back. Roll those shoulders down and back. Maybe bring that left shoulder to the inner left knee. Lift those hands. Good. Plant that right hand down and then start to toe heel that left foot to the center of your mat on the long edge. Roll to the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Side plank variation. Inhale back through full plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. We'll inhale to lift that right leg up. Exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. Spiral the left foot parallel to the back of the mat, and then right into your revolved warrior. Drop your left hand down the left leg, reach that right arm back. On your next exhale, windmill those hands down. Grab blocks if you need them. Shift the weight forward to lift up that left leg. Coming into a standing split. And then exhale, plant that foot down, come into your toe lock, elbows out, forward fold, bend your knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift, straight arms. Stay here. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Bend your knees if you need. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stand up. And then we'll step back with the left foot. High crescent lunge. And then step that left foot into warrior one. Inhale to reach up. And then exhale to bow forward. Interlace your hands to your back. Roll the shoulders down and back. Maybe bring that right shoulder to the inner right knee. Lift your hands if you can. Plant that left hand down. Bring your right hand to your right hip, toe heel the right foot towards the side of your mat, roll to the edge of your left foot, rise up. And then planting that hand down, step back to downward facing dog. We're going to inhale to lift the right leg up. Exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands, and then shift the weight forward, coming into your half split. Exhale, forward fold. Come into your toe lock, elbows are out, release the crown of your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the hips, bend your knees if you need. Exhale, stand up with a flat back. Coming back to Surya Namaskar B, inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center, this time coming into chair. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, we'll come into a twist to the left. So I like to bring the knees of the feet together. You can bring your right elbow to your outer left knee. Drop your hips low. And forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant those hands, step or jump back, high plank. Knees up or down, exhale, lower chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. You can always take a rest if you need in child's pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale to send that right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. Step that left foot in on a 45. Inhale to rise up. And then this time, crossing the hands, reach back for your shoulders and start to open up. Inhaling to lift those arms up. And exhale to come back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten up that front leg. Exhale, press it down. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill those hands. You can go through your vinyasa or just skip it and go right to down dog. Pedal it out. And then inhale to lift that left leg up. Exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. Virabhadrasana 1, rise up. Exhale, cross your hands behind your back. Inhale to open up across the chest. And then as you exhale, open up to your warrior two. And then we're gonna flip that front palm and just come into that reverse warrior from earlier on the second side. Drop the right hand down the right leg. Come back through center. Inhale to lengthen that left leg. Reach up. Exhale down. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to come down. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill your hands. Frame that front foot. And then we'll inhale to step back, high plank. Optional vinyasa, or you can skip it and go right to down dog. Then on your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward between those hands. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Feet together, exhale, hands to heart center, Utkatasana, roll those shoulders down and back. And then on your next exhale, twist to the right. Bring your left elbow to the outer right knee. Hips drop down low. And lower it down. Space of the hand between the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Holding here at the top, take hold of that right wrist and exhale over to the left. Inhale back through center, lengthen, grow taller. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back through center, exhale forward fold. And then step right back to downward facing dog. We're gonna come into one more little core knee sequence. So we'll inhale to send that right leg up. Once more, exhale, reach it back. Exhale, forward, right knee to right elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, pause. And then we'll straighten that right leg. Hold it here, start to twist it open if you like. On your next exhale, plant that hand. We're gonna lift it all the way back. Right leg lifts. Bend into the knee, twist open your hips, stay here or flip your dog. Lift those hips up. Inhale back through plank. Optional chaturanga. Or we'll all meet in down dog. Last time, last side, inhale, lift left leg. Exhale, forward, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it on back. And then exhale, forward, left knee, left elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, bring it across to the right elbow, pause. Straighten that left leg. Inhale, open right arm. Plant that hand. Inhale, send that left leg back. Twist it open, and maybe flip your dog. Left foot down, lift your hips. Plant your hand. One last chaturanga if you like. And then we'll pause down here. Resting down, rest your forehead on your hands. Breathe into the back body. From here, we'll bring that left arm out to the side. Bring your feet close together. Roll to your left hip. You can keep your feet stacked or step your right foot behind you. It's like our flip dog lying down. Maybe you reach the right arm up, and maybe you float that right hand towards the left, keeping both arms straight. If the hands can touch, you're gonna flip your left palm up to the ceiling and interlace your fingers. One more breath. And then slowly come back through center. Coming up into Sphinx pose and just checking in with how it feels, right side versus left, if you can notice any differences. And then we'll slowly lower back down, send that right arm out to the side, plant your left hand, feet close, rolling to that outer right hip. Maybe step your left foot down, maybe lift your left arm up, and maybe floating that left hand towards the right. And then slowly coming back through center, returning to your Sphinx pose, opening up the front body. If you want to go deeper, then option to lengthen the arms. Take your time, make sure it's okay for you. And then again, lowering down. Take a moment, rest your head onto your hands. You can rock the hips a bit side to side. Good. And then we'll slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself up. Swing your feet around in front of you. And then we're going to make our way down to our backs. If you've got blocks or a bolster or some kind of prop, just keep that handy because you'll have the option to use that. So hold in behind those legs if you like, or let go. Scoop the belly, slowly roll it down. Good, we'll hug that right knee in towards the chest, flexing through both feet. And then bending into that left knee, cross the right ankle over that left knee, hold behind the thigh if you can, otherwise just keep your foot down on the floor. Changing to the other side, send that right leg out long, and then holding to the top of that left shin. Relax your neck and shoulders. And then once more, bending into that right knee, cross the left ankle over the knee. Hold behind the back of the thigh if you like. Reach that left knee away from you. Stay flexed in both feet. And then releasing the hold of that. Bring the soles of the feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. If you need to, you can bring blocks or pillows underneath your knees. Resting the hands onto the belly and just coming into some nice belly breath here as we open those hips. As you inhale, open those arms out to the sides, and then exhale, we'll twist over to the left, so you can either just go ahead and stack your knees, or you can bring your feet as wide as the mat, like what we were doing seated at the start of class with our 90-90. Option to go deeper by crossing left ankle over that right knee, and a little figure 4 variation. If you've got that ankle crossed over, go ahead and release that. And then we'll exhale over to the other side. Stack your knees or keep your feet wide. And maybe coming into crossing it over. Right ankle over the left knee. come back through center. We'll plant that foot back down, and then some internal rotation. Feet about as wide as the mat, knees are together. Rest the arms wherever it's comfortable for you. Just allowing everything to start to settle from our practice. Good, and then we'll toe heel the feet so that they're about hip distance. Walk those heels nice and close in towards you, and then we'll bring those elbows in towards the side ribs, bending through those elbows. Press into the heels, press into the backs of the arms. Inhale to lift up, coming up into a bridge. Make sure the knees don't flare open or knock together. If you've got a block, you can always bring a block between the knees. One more breath here. And then on your next exhale, lowering back down. So that's version 1. You can repeat that version. Otherwise, we're going to move forward. Press the tops of press the palms down to the ground. Inhaling to lift up. Lift the chest up towards the chin. Knees are tracking straight forward. And exhale to lower. You can do version 1, you can do version 3, or version 2. Otherwise, we're going to move up to version 3. Inhale to lift up. And then maybe start to walk those shoulders together under the back and interlace the hands underneath the hips. Keep lifting the chest towards the chin. Remember, you can go back to version 1 or version 2. You can also do a supported version on a block or a bolster or a pillow. And then exhale to lower down. Good, let's come into happy baby. I like to do it with a toe lock, holding on to first and second finger, hooking onto the big toes. And you can rock side to side if you like. And then as you exhale, go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Nice small ball. If there's anything else that you feel you need to do before coming into Shavasana, you can do that now. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly make your way down to your resting pose. If you've got blocks or a pillow or something, I really like bringing just to support the outer thighs, upper thighs. Kind of draping the legs over something can be quite nice for the low back. And just bringing the arms out to the sides. Shavasana holds as much importance as the other aspects of our practice too. Just as much as we go through the asanas, the postures, and build strength or flexibility, coming into this quiet moment. And we're going to work with a little bit of visualization. So I invite you to see if you can visualize a color. So visualization is different for everybody. You might imagine a color, like just a big color block in your mind's eye. You might imagine yourself wearing a color or eating a food that's a certain color. Right? You could picture an action associated with that color, or a place or a thing. You might visualize the word of that color or painting. Maybe you imagine your body turning that color. What colors are coming up for you right now? And staying in this color-focused Shavasana for feels right for you. Resting in this pose for as long as you'd like. You can always do some meditation afterwards if you like. Notice if you're holding any tension in the jaw, let go and come back to your color visualization. Feel the rise and fall of the belly. Feel your body supported by your mat, by the ground. And allow yourself this time to recharge, reset. And thank you deeply for joining me